Yo guys, I'm HP, this is Dr. Pink, and today we're gonna talk about basic jazz guitar chords, and that's how they will sound. And so on. You're gonna learn the two basic shapes, chord shapes, which are the foundation of your jazz guitar chords, and they're quite sufficient for a long period of time. So it really makes sense to really check them out and really learn them, because they're also foundation for everything which will come later. And of course there are other chords available, but these two types, they're called voicings. This one here, this is a 1-7-3-5 voicing, and same chord but another voicing, 1-5-7-3 voicing, and I'm gonna explain everything in detail. So while you learn this stuff, also learn the theory, and you can do all at the same time, and then you don't have to do it again later. So it's like theory but also practical use, also how to play it. And so let's get started. Yo guys, let's get started. So there are 4 so-called chord qualities available. This one will be the first one. It's called major 7 chord. Second chord quality would be dominant 7. You can hear the difference of its quality, of its sound. Not only that's on a different, it's a higher chord, but also the quality. Then we have minor 7. And last but not least, minor 7 flat 5 chords. These are the 4 main qualities. Or here. Sounds a bit different. Where do they come from? We are checking the so-called diatonic chords in F as an example. So we're taking the F major scale here on one string. This is the major scale. You count through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Here we have the 1 again. These are called the steps, and on each of them you have a chord and the chord quality. So on the 1 in F major, of course, we have an F major chord which looks like this. And now I already told you, you can learn this stuff while you learn to grab them. Even if the theory is still too complicated for you, start learning it, because you will need it. You definitely will need it. So just start right from the beginning. So here this is a so-called 1-7-3-5 voicing. Why? Because 1 is the root, 7 is the 7 here, 3 is the triad, and 5 is the 5th. So 1-7-3-5 voicing. Just try to learn it by heart. Keep it cool. You will understand later why you learn this, even if you're probably thinking that I don't need this. But I would try, if I were you, to already memorize this. So all of these chords in this row here will be 1-7-3-5 voicings. So first one will be F major 7, step 1. It's grabbed like this. The A string is damped. Second one is G minor 7, grabbed like this. Ring finger here on the over 3. A string is damped with the middle finger. Next one, A minor 7, same shape, same quality. We just move it up. So 1, 2, we are now on step 3. Step 4 results into a major 7 chord. 4. Same shape as before. Step number 5 is the dominant 7, that's this one here. Like this. Then again we have a minor 7, same shape as before on the step 6. And on the 7 we have the minor 7 flat 5. That's a little bit tricky for me to grab because it's getting a bit tight up here, but it's like this. Here and the index here in the 11th fret. And then it all starts again. F major would start again and they would continue. But up here it's too hard for my hands to grab this stuff. So this leads to, if you play this as chords, it sounds like this. So these are the main chord shapes in the 1, 7, 3, 5 voicings, which you can use. Root is on the E string. Now you can play so-called progression. A really common progression is 1, 2, 5, 1. So 1, here's the 2, here's the 5, and back to 1. So that will be sounds quite common. It is common, but you already saw the problem. You only have one possibility to grab the certain chord and then you jump around the fretboard, and that's not the way it's been done. So you need a second set of voicings which can help you to make it more flexible, more variations, more comfortable. So now we're going to the next voicing type, which is 1, 5, 7, 3, and we're staying in F. So where's the F on the A string? Here. Now we have the same thing again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. Okay. And now we just do the same thing again. First chord is a major 7, that will be this. And now there's a different voicing. 1, 5, 7, 3. Second chord would be a G minor 7 like this. Next chord, of course, an A minor 7, 3. Next chord will be again a major 7. And now it's getting a little bit tight for my hands up here, so we're moving down here. That will be the 5th step, the dominant 7 chord. Then the 6th would be minor 7. And the 7 will be minor 7 flat 5, is like this. Here. Back to 1. So now we have the same thing again. I mean, if you have small hands, you can play up till here, no problem. For me, it's not possible, so I just went down. Now we're playing the same progression again, 1, 2, 5, 1, but we're now also using the other type, the other voicings. And now, wonder, wonder. And now we have quite a flexible way to play a 1, 2, 5 progression here. And to start with basic jazz chord, that's way enough. You have, these are the basic shapes you can use. Of course, there are different ones available later, but before you can fly, you need to learn how to walk. And that's how, these are the basic jazz guitar chords you need to learn. And you then add any different chord will also relate somehow to one of these shapes, but there are also other shapes available, but those are too hard to grab as a beginner's chords, but these one is the ones you're going to begin with. Now let's try a second progression and do the same thing again. Now we do 1, 6, 2, 5. So 1, 6, we count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 6, 2, 5. Okay, 1, 6, 2, 5. Now we do put in the chords. F major 7, 1. 6 will be a D minor 7. 2 will be a G minor 7. 5 will be a C7. Now we don't want to jump around so much, so we make and voila, it works perfectly. Okay, so that will be the first step, just to learn the chord shapes, learn to grab them. Second one, how do you want to play them here? What I did now, I just played, you know, oopsie, I just did finger picking, but there are different types. You can do the most common one, like old style jazz, would be just downstroke with the thumb. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm just playing the 1, 6, 2, 5 progression with the old style comping style, just with the thumb. You could also do with pick here. The same with the pick. I personally don't like it so much, but it's the same thing, just with downstroke. You hear the sound is different now. That's why I personally don't like it, but that doesn't mean that you cannot like it. It's just a different type. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Another version would be finger, and you just attack all at the same time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. That one I like a bit more because I like the soft sound of the finger picking, but I'm just showing the different types you can do. Or, last but not least, now you make a rhythm, you make all at once, 1, then the upper part, 1, 2, and 3, 4, 1. Then you divide the fingers, the thumb is for the bass. You see, the left hand doesn't really change, it's all the same. You can do a lot of variations just with your right hand, and that's upon to you. You can experiment, but first thing is, of course, that you learn those chord shapes as well, that you don't, that everything goes automatically. Now how to work with these basic jazz guitar chords? It's quite simple. You can use any jazz standard you want, and they're mostly, you see, you can take the real book, check out the chords, and you often see something like F major 9 or G minor 9 or G minor 11 or C13 or C7 sharp 9 or all that stuff you can see. So you all skip the numbers and just do the basic chord quality. So if it's saying F major 9, you just play in F major 7. That's correct, doesn't matter. It works if it's displayed G minor 9 or G minor 11. You just throw away the numbers and just keep it simple on a minor 7 chord. On dominant chords you see a lot of different variations, like, I don't know, C13, C9, or C flat 9, flat 13, or whatever. You just skip all the numbers and keep it simple, just on C7. And that's the way you start working with these basic chords, and you can already start playing in a band if you can play it properly in a nice rhythm. It's not bad to play just basic jazz guitar chords. And once you have a certain security, then you start learning new shapes and new voicing types. But with these two voicings types, you're ready to go, and you can run to the stage and earn yourself a drink by playing jazz guitar. However, if everything was too fast for you guys, I always try to squash the time a little bit. The tabs of what I was explaining here are available in the HPCrazy Guitar Academy as PDF or as Guitar Pro, however you like. Please join there, please become a premium member, or just subscribe to my channel. Please follow all my content here, and please share to the world that me and Dr. Pink are existing. That would be really helpful for you and also for us here. Me and Dr. Pink are saying goodbye.